I'm Sarah.
I'm Kim.
And we have a couple sidekicks with us today, my girls, that will show up in just a minute, but we're glad you're here to join us as we talk about our stitching and other stuff. Today is June 6th already. Here we go. Already June. Halfway to Christmas.
How? Welcome back if you're returning, and welcome if you're new.
Yeah.
We are in opposite sides of our state, so that's why we do this with Zoom.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's June.
It's June. And we missed last week because we were traveling. We were in another part of the state speaking at a church and visiting some family that we hadn't seen since pre-pandemic. I've been hearing people call it panoramic, pre-panoramic. I don't know why you're calling it that, but so we didn't have a chance to do one last week. But
add anything to it?
Yeah. Do you want to taste it first? See if it's good enough?
What kind of coffee did you make?
It's the same coffee.
oh,
A couple tablespoons of
making up for his
creamer
mistake.
and 2 Truvias.
Okay.
Sorry, you must have heard me.
Oh.
I had a little rant before we started recording. Yeah, and then I was gone by the time she got home. We left on a road trip with friends to Idaho.
Yeah.
To
So we
look
just didn't have time.
for retirement places. And let me tell you, Idaho is gorgeous. I'm sure it all is. And the parts that we went in the most, no mask requirements.
Yeah.
It was like nothing had ever happened. It was so nice. It was really nice. I'm ready. I'm ready to get back to just not having to worry about every little thing. So anyway, we had a great time, but boy, road trips are exhausting too. And we went with our friends because we're hoping to retire in the same area. And so they drove, they have a big Tahoe. But the husband, who kind of is having some major hip and back problems, wasn't going to be able to drive much. So he was in the front passenger seat. And the reason why he always got the front passenger seat is he's like 6'6" or 6'8". He's tall. And who do you think is the shortest one of our foursome? So guess who I sat behind all the time? And the one day we drove all around kind of this one area, and we were probably in the car from almost noon till 5 and stopped for lunch, but we were driving all over this. It was fun, but oh my knee was aching. I have one knee that when it's bent up like that for so long, it's just
A long
bad.
time.
So and just thinking and talking and rehashing, and things aren't quite like we thought they were going to be, so it's going to be a little more complicated. Yeah, so anyway, it was a fun vacation, but it was tiring. We got home and we're just tired. And I do not travel with stitching.
Mm-hmm.
So the week before was the week that I had kids moving in. We had a big work party at the wedding venue. It's the friends who are letting us use their yard are the friends that we're going to retire with. So we had a big work party on Memorial Day. It was really hot here. And then we went literally the day after that we left. So I had not stitched for almost 2 weeks, basically since our last video until Friday night of this week. So I have knitting and I have a little bit of stitching, but I can't stitch in the car, and I knew we wouldn't have time in the hotel. We were tired and kind of zoned out in front of TV. So there has obviously been a busy little bee, and it sounds like 2 of my granddaughters have been too.
Yes, I've been stitching. I can stitch in the car. So I like always think of road trips as like optimum stitching time. So I got quite a bit done this last couple weeks, and I'm excited to share.
Okay.
The first thing, usually we do our finishes, then I'll have the girls come on. And one of them just went to the bathroom anyway. So I have a finish this week, not a previous finish, just a new finish. I had started this, I think I started this for Mania the first week.
Mm-hmm.
And I just enjoyed it, and it was so easy. I mean, it's mostly words. And it came, it's one of Lizzie Kate's little boxers. It came in like a little CD case and with all the little buttons on it. Well, the 3 little buttons.
Cute.
The flosses, I did a combo of called for and a couple substitutions and just out of my stash when I didn't have them. They're all DMC. I think all. Yeah, I just used DMC, and I think that's all she called for. She might have had option for like anchor or something like that. But I thought this was cute, and I just wanted to, I actually have a way I might be able to finish it in another Lizzie Kate. Like I'm staring at it across the room right now. I'm not sure it'll fit where I was kind of hoping it might, but I'll have to figure out how to finish it. I have a stack of finishes that I really need to deal with. So maybe that should be a summertime goal, but like a
The
stack.
basket behind me. I just threw about, I don't know, 10 back there that I've shown off and on.
Finishes that need to be fully finished.
I do. And you know, my sewing machine, the room that it's in now is commandeered by the groom of our family. So
I
I
know.
won't be sewing anytime soon.
I just need to probably embrace just the simple framing option for this period in my life and just not worry about
And
trying
I could do that. I just have a few that I know I want to make into pillows.
Yeah.
Sit back there, but there's no rush. We're stitching. That's what it's mostly about, right?
For me, that's what it's about. Like I've said before, I'm totally a process stitcher. I love having the product and I do love displaying it. I'm just real slow at finishing. Like
One thing where we're alike. I mean, we're different stitchers, obviously, but
sure.
well, congrats on you. You had a successful mania.
Sweet little finish. Fairly successful. I didn't work real hard here at the end on it. Rosie has something to share that she's been working on just a little bit. You want to show? So she's been working on her little
keychain.
I did all
keychain.
Pink.
All that pink you did this week.
Okay, good job.
You need to work
Summer's here now. You guys aren't going to have time for stitching. You're going to be too busy running around and swimming.
I know. Yeah, that's true. Swimming. Well, that's good. She made that pattern up, just outlined it herself. And are you filling the rest into pink?
I might actually do this half light purple.
Oops, come say it again. Huh?
I will do this half light purple.
Oh.
You're going to hang that on your backpack?
Yeah, all my girls have a lot of keychains on their backpack. That'll be cute. Thank you for sharing. Okay, Millie, you're up. Millie said people's minds are going to be blown today. Blown, like. So she's still working on her animals.
Okay.
Tiny modernist.
You're doing the deer.
Cute.
I love the deer. See a little scarf around his neck?
Yes.
Yes.
Cute. My mind is blown.
My goodness.
My mind is blown.
Mind blowing. Almost done.
Oh, he's so cute, Millie. I love it. I love the little blue house.
Here,
I
you can
love his
hold
little
So there's
scarf.
going to be a plant here and some birds here and some birds here. And that's it.
And that's it.
I'm going to have to borrow that pattern back because I think I want to stitch it.
So
I think
cute.
it's so cute.
Good job.
So
You do the pathway behind the deer too?
Yeah, I did.
who does? Okay, we've talked about it a million times. Tiny modernist.
Yeah, Tiny Modernist. Cheryl McKinnon is the name.
So cute.
Oh yeah, you did do the little pathway
I'm
behind.
proud of you.
Cute. You're so close. I bet you'll have that done next week if you keep working on
That's
it.
her third one, right? That'll be the third one.
Yeah, that's the third square.
That's the
Well, did we share? We can show the whole thing. Can we
Yeah.
show the whole thing? So you
Yeah.
can
If everybody,
see
yeah.
what you do or
When did you start this, Millie? Do you think? Do you think you started it right after we started Flosstubing, or was it
yeah.
yeah, it was probably about a year ago.
so about a year ago? You started raccoon, and then you took a little break and did the fox, and now so cute.
Really cute. We'll have to figure out how to frame it or what we want to do with it. So it
Yeah.
doesn't languish in a pile like all my finishes.
Mhm.
I have one of Liddy's that needs to be fully finished as well.
Break the cycle. Break the cycle with the next generation.
I know. Oh man, there we go. It's kind of, my light is going in and out, but
Well,
They want-
mine's very artificial. I wonder if
yours is fine. I just don't have,
I always think maybe my overhead's too light. Maybe that's part of my problem, but we'll leave it for today. It's very, very rainy and gray. We had like 85-degree weather early last week, and now we're down into the 50s and rain again, which is why I love Western Washington so very much.
we were in the hundreds and today on our way home from church, it was 59. 59.
Yeah. So I'm at that season now where I don't really want to wear my jeans anymore. So I put them away and I'm just basically wearing capris and my summer shoes. They're not sandals. they're
Layering
little-
the top for
Yeah,
whatever.
and then I layer the top part and wear long sleeves and it's fine. I mean, the house isn't really cold, but
Yeah. No.
It's depressing though when you, I mean, I don't really care that it's raining normally, but when we do start to move into the new season and then we get jerked back to winter, that's hard.
We're more just like back to spring, which I wouldn't really mind the temperature drop. It's kind of nice after it was so hot,
Yeah,
but
hundreds are
it's
too hot.
windy. It's so windy here still. And I'm really ready for the wind to be done
Yeah.
because it's just way
I
harder to
don't
work.
feel like when you moved over there originally, like in your old house, it got like this.
Well, we in this house, we're up on this hill further west. We do
true.
get a little more wind, but my friends who live near where we used to live have been getting a ton of wind
Yeah,
still
I
too.
just
So
don't
it's
remember it
not
being that
bad.
way. And we
I-
swung by to see Sarah on our way home on Friday, and it was it's
It was the windiest day was
yeah.
probably Friday.
It's
Saturday was
exhausting
cool.
wind. I love a little wind, but that kind of wind is relentless.
This is just ongoing. It's not like a light breeze. Summer is usually better. So soon
Yeah.
here it's usually the
We
worst
had-
in spring.
We had pretty much record-breaking temperatures in Idaho too, so that it was all of the west.
Yeah, the region
part
was
of here,
so
'cause
warm. Probably
our
if you're
side of
watching-
Washington. Yeah, it was at least 100 2 days, I think, that we were in Lewiston, and Moscow's a little bit higher, and so it was in the 90s, and they were all like, "This is not normal." And the day we left, the wind rolled through there. It was pretty windy, and some thunder and lightning, which was kind of fun because we don't get that very often. But
Yeah, we do get a lot more of that during the summer, but
Yeah.
not as much as the last couple of years either. Just more wind and
I would say that, we get a wind here, but it's not constant. We get like wind gusts, but it's more breezy. But where Sarah is, like Friday, that was just a constant.
the constant wind,
Low.
big gusts in the middle.
Kind of like Ellensburg. You just don't really want to be out in it.
Yeah.
They're windy. So anyway,
Yep. So we
Okay.
get some wind. Liddy finished her soccer season yesterday in the middle of the wind, but her last game, the team, I don't know if there was a scheduling glitch, which wouldn't surprise me because the league was not very well run. But the other team just didn't show up for her very last game. So that was sad. So she had 2 games yesterday, like a doubleheader, but one earlier in the morning. And we came home and did some yard work and then left and went back. Her first one, they got creamed. It was like a select team that was happening because there wasn't as many leagues running this year. So they put some select teams in with the rec league. And I'm pretty sure this age grade, they're putting like some 11 to 12 groups against 13, 14-year-old groups. And I'm pretty sure the team she played yesterday was a premier team and
older.
because their shortest girl was taller than our tallest girl. And I was like, it was not a very good match. I felt so bad for her.
And I hated it when those things happened.
I know.
It wasn't very fair.
It just felt like a real letdown, especially when the last team didn't show up. So poor girl, we went for DQ Dairy Queen Blizzards afterwards and had some ice cream treat on the way back. But she was kind of just disappointed and the letdown of like feeling like we were kind of trying to pump her up for this last game on the way there. And then we showed up and the team didn't even come. So we didn't sit out in the wind for too long on that afternoon game, but
yeah.
What else is new? I got a tooth pulled, so that was really fun this week. And yeah, that was what I came home from our little trip to do. But that's
You should cross that off your list of things to worry about.
I know. So yeah, I have surgery at the end of the month, so that probably will impact our floss tubing a little bit. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. It might not. I might be feeling great by that Sunday. I'm having my thyroid removed, and so I don't know. Recovery can be better or worse. I've heard different reports, but usually not too bad.
Not gonna know. Yeah, just not gonna
Well,
know. You could always set it up, and I'll just do it from your house by myself.
That's true. I could be on kind of groggy if I'm still on pain pills, but by Wednesday, we'll see.
Wednesday to Sunday.
So I told somebody, who did I tell? Jesse or somebody, I kind of just wish I could get through to like the middle of July, and then I'll feel like I've put this year behind me. I think I put this on Instagram. That's what it was. I'm just ready to put this year behind me. It's been a really, really hard year for many reasons. And I feel like end of surgery.
2021 or 2020?
Just like the chunk of time from about a year ago to right now. Really, the beginning of the pandemic wasn't like, it was stressful, but it wasn't really personally super, super hard. We didn't change our schooling. So there were things emotionally difficult about it. But by about June and July, some things had started to begin in our life that was stressful, and I'm just ready. So I feel like it was about a year ago that my life started to kind of get really challenging for a while.
Mine started getting challenging in probably
August,
April, May.
July. Oh, April, May. Yeah.
Well, it got really bad in July, but I mean, I definitely, there was stuff going on earlier. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, well, I guess we can, do you want to show what you have and then I can do what I have? Or whip? Oh,
Sure.
let's do featured
Oh,
friends actually first. We
Featured
usually
friends. Yes, we have a
quite a
stunning.
few. So today I'll just share them in the order that I got the emails. So we have some material for the next few weeks, but please, if you want to be featured, send in your details. Send an email, not very specific email as a picture of either a finish or a whip that you're doing and maybe a description of what it is. And so today I'm gonna insert in a second, I'll put in Alyssa Pfeiffer from Stitching at the Cabin sent me her pandemic, her long dog sampler pandemic that she is working on. And so I'll share what she wrote after I insert the picture right here. So pretty. And she said she's doing it on Picture This Plus Huntress 36 count. She's doing it 2/2 with dinky dyes, Aussie gold and cobalt, as well as DMC 3823. Isn't like that gold color against that purple is
She put a lot of planning into that. Like, I don't know if you are caught up with them or.
I'm not caught up. I wish.
First of all, there was, I think, a little drama revolving around getting her fabric. But then, I mean, she really, really agonized over her choices, and it's paid off because I haven't seen any that I love more than that, including my own, which has only got about this much done on it.
It's so beautiful. I love stitching light color. I like the look of stitched light colors on dark fabric. I don't like doing it very much, but I like the effect.
It just looks so regal, and
almost
this is pandemic, right? But it kind of maybe puts a positive, beautiful stamp on the crappy year that it was for a lot of people. But
it's gorgeous. Yeah,
it is gorgeous. Thank you, Alyssa. That was.
She says she's making up the color scheme as she goes, and that pictures never do it justice, which I believe. I bet in person it's even more stunning.
Yeah, and you know how hard it is to photograph that color fabric. Purple are so hard to get a good picture of.
Yeah.
And yarn. I never could get a good picture of purple yarn either.
Yeah. So thank you for sending that. I love it. It makes me want to start it, but I have a lot of other big things to start, so probably shouldn't do that.
There's time.
There's lots of time to do it. Yeah. I do love dog samplers. I would like to do one of those sometime.
Yes, one's going to make an appearance today. One of mine.
I like that.
But anyway, thank you so much, Alyssa. And again, if you want to, we would love to feature something that you're working on or that you finished. So send it along. And Alyssa and her mom, Julie, are the ones that started, well, that we know of, that started doing this similar thing. So
whip share.
We thank them for doing whip share because I think it just helps get the word out. So, okay, so you want to talk about what I did?
Yeah, let's just show what you did.
Okay, so because I'll start with the trip because the trip I did a lot of knitting and kind of my knitting mojo's kind of back.
Yeah,
kind of died there for a while.
I have a friend who's knitting something really beautiful and then she posted a picture on Instagram and I was like, maybe I need to knit some more.
I was actually looking at yarn today and I haven't really looked at any yarn sites or anything. So I worked on Juniper Pie Sweater. So I got the bottom, it's a mess, but got the bottom bound off. It needs to be pressed.
Oh,
but I mean, look at this violet. And then the bottom is just kind of a ruby seed.
A seed stitch.
And I picked up the stitches for the little sleeves on one of them, and not too bad. This is one of the better ones I've done. I only have one little weird holy area there, but
I always have one little spot.
Happy with how my pickups went this time around. So anyway, I'm I'm getting there. I worked on that. It got kind of boring just going around and around and around. But I also
Kind of nice car knitting though.
it's great car knitting. And for a long time, so there, if you're in the knitting world, you know that there was this Find Your Fade shawl that was all the rage. I think back in maybe 2018, 2019 by Andrea Mowry. And it is a humongous shawl. It's you're fading different color yarns in and out, you know, by striping and then slowly getting, anyway, it's a whole fade thing. But it's huge and I don't need a shawl that big. I mean, I'm too short to wear a shawl that big. And I saw somebody lay it out to block it, and it was like down their hallway. And I'm like, no. But she came out with a couple different variations, and she came out with one called Free Your Fade. And I think it's smaller, and I think you can make it smaller if you want to. And I've always wanted to start it. And a couple of years ago, I bought several, I don't know, we took some trips to the ocean, and there's a yarn store there. And I don't know, there's a little yarn store down in the town next to me that had some specialty indie dyer yarns. And so I've been kind of collecting them. And I put them together, and I've been waiting and waiting to start it. So I started my Free Your Fade.
Oh,
It's not very big. And it's just a combination of garter rows and some not weird, but fancy eyelet rows. They're bigger than normal eyelets.
Oh, I see.
And so this is my color A.
Mm.
And then I'm eventually going to be fading in a little lighter color. And I wish I could tell you. Let's see. The second color that I'm going to add in is by a dyer around here called, I think she's around here, Dandelions and Daisies. And this, she's got a cute little logo.
Oh, that is cute.
And this is called Dagos. And so I'm going to be putting that color in next.
Cute. Oh, that's pretty.
And I think you fade them in and out, in and out. And then my third color, this one is by, who did this one? I don't even know where I got this yarn. In case you're looking for, oh, Emma's yarn. The third color is going to be this eggplanty, brownish eggplanty color.
Pretty.
So I was pretty excited to start that. I've had it kitted up for a long time with the needles in there and everything. And I thought that is perfect vacation travel knitting project because it was, I memorized the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you're doing increases and anyway, so I worked on that quite a bit the second and third day we were on vacation, but I really do love it.
That is really pretty.
So that was really what I did for knitting, those two things. And then, got a mess going here. When I got home, I don't think I stitched, gosh, I must have stitched the week between, so the week between when we recorded last, and then the next weekend when everything got busy, that week was also the week the kids were moving in and out, and we had I was up in the attic doing a bunch of stuff. I did stitch a little bit, but I didn't pull it out to show. I think I was supposed to be working on my Mania, which I'm just going to be honest, Mania was not fun this year. I didn't like my plan. I didn't really get excited about it. It was just kind of a drudge. So I had worked on my Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow, but I hadn't worked on it for 2 weeks. So that was done. So I've already shown that. And then I worked on a year at Hawk Run Hollow, but I restarted that one.
Yeah.
And I love it, but I just wasn't in the mood for it. And I felt like, oh, but I put it on my list of things to do. And I don't even remember what I was supposed to. I had new starts on the weekend, but I'm trying to think when I was supposed to start.
I don't even remember. Well, you were going to start. There was one that you'd had in your stash for a long time. I can't even remember. I don't even remember, Mom.
I don't either. Anyway, out of sight, out of mind. Goodbye, May. Was just not going to do that.
Mania bust.
Huh?
Mania bust.
Yeah, that was Mania bust. So what I did come home and work on though, is I worked on very, very tinily, because this is a tiny little project. I'm doing this 1/2. It's my dreaming girl. I thought I just felt like working on her. I didn't get much done, but I at least pulled her out Friday when we got home.
Yeah.
It's a lighthouse.
Oh,
Can you see it?
yeah.
Anyway,
So
so I'm
pretty.
working on her slowly
You go
but
fast
surely.
once you get going on her again.
Mhm. Still have that big bulk of hair down here to do, but anyway, so she got worked on, and then the big thing that I worked on last night, was my joyful world, because it's a new month.
New
So I
month.
needed to get going on June. I also went yesterday to my thread needle street store and bought, I think, most of the flosses I need to finish all the months for this left. So June is
June,
the
my
big
favorite
girl.
one.
It's that cute little bear in the honey pot. It's so cute. And so I
You'll like stitching that one. Are you going to use the overdyed for the bear?
I got it
Yeah.
all.
I didn't, and I kind of wish I had.
Do you? Oh, I thought you felt like it was all one color. Oh, because there might be variation. Yeah. I
Yeah,
did all of this
one thing I think I would have done over if I was to use the overdyed on the bear.
last night. I did all those flowers.
So pretty.
And so that'll be my third one on this row.
It's coming along.
And then
Marking the time.
can't see what I'm doing. So anyway, yeah.
Looks good.
Number 6.
A lot of stitching.
Love it. I love that red. I think that was that rhubarb?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't remember. Ruby slippers, maybe?
Yeah, ruby slipper.
Yeah, I
It's
loved
so
that
pretty.
red too. That was one of my favorite colors on that whole project.
I was going to work on other things last night. I just got going on this. I also, if you follow me on Instagram, I put a picture. No, did I put it on Instagram? I know I did it in Magazine Monthly Challenge Facebook group. Because of the chaos that was the last 2 weeks, my big basket of, this is what sits on my couch with all of my projects in it, literally just had stuff shoved in it, on top of it. Mania stuff that didn't get done was still in there. I don't even know. It was just junk. And then I also had a big plastic bag of DMC flosses from projects that I finished or that I had bought as options and just kept them in that basket so that if I wanted to substitute out from like my Dreaming Girl hair.
I come by it honestly, at least. Hang on, I'm trying to do it with a zoom in.
That's looking down at my basket of just stuff shoved in there.
Which
not only that,
I had a pile on my entertainment center of all the finish, like all my project bags and Ziplocs and stuff that had all the floss from all my finishes, like 7 finishes, just the floss piled up, like mounded for weeks. I took care of that this last week.
that was my other picture.
Come by it honest. Oh, there's another one.
I don't know if I put it on Facebook.
That was Instagram.
It was in. I think I just did it on Facebook. It was my coffee table, and this is just all little piles of.
You'll have to bring it up.
Floss. Can't see it.
No.
All laid out by their decades, the 100s, the 200s, and the whole length of my
To
coffee
organize, to put
that I pulled out of the project bags that I'm done with, or anyway, and then I went and got my master bags and then put them all in there. So there's no more. It was like a bag like this, just full of DMCs.
Yeah.
These are my overdyes for Joyful World, all in here. So everything organized. That felt good. So that took up some stitching time on Friday. I would have worked more on Dreaming Girl, but I was really kind of intent on getting that. Just feeling like, okay, June, Mania is over. Just go back to normal now. Stitch what I want. So I think that was really all I stitched on. And then I spent time making my plans. So we'll talk about that later. So that was it. That's my whips.
Okay. Well, I worked a little bit on my hat. Oh, I always forget what it's called. I don't feel like I remember the name of this hat.
My eyes are so dry.
Hat trick cap is what it's called. The hat trick.
Yeah.
And there's the matching mittens pattern, but I don't think I'll have enough yarn. But I might make the mittens with like a coordinated color or something.
Oh, this turned out so pretty.
I know. So you do this pattern where you're slipping a stitch to get this varied white in with I really love this red and green color. It's so, and it's really squishy.
It's amazing what doing that slip stitch can do.
I know. I know. It's
I
just
think I did
ends
a
up
shawl that did
creating
that.
kind of a design in there. I think I
Mhm.
made a mistake. Well, no, actually, the first few rows I don't think are alternating, but
Mhm.
that could be a mistake on my part. I don't know. Anyways, it won't really matter in the end because
Get it
it will
noted.
kind of have the same basic look. all the
Yeah.
time. So I am kind of excited. I'm really looking forward to having a new hat for winter because I haven't knit myself a hat for a long time. It's making that one for me. So that was just the only thing I knit on. I kind of want to start another thing. I have some yarn to start a baby gift that I better knit before the baby's too big. It's my friend's baby. So I'm gonna. It's gonna be Ziggy by Georgie Hallam. She has a really cute design that has kind of a zigzag pattern knit into it, and so I have all the yarn for it, but I haven't bought the pattern. And my friend Lauren had a little baby boy in the fall, and I'll just make it big enough that it'll fit him.
Yeah.
I'm just going to show these in the order that I grabbed them because I don't really remember what I stitched when because it's been 2 weeks, but I worked on my
Twall.
I finished the house except for the base of it this week. So I'll show you. This is the Twall sampler. It's in the Better Homes and Gardens. I can't remember. I think it's 2008. I'm sure I've shared the link in past videos. So,
oh wow, look at that.
The house is done except just a row or two on the bottom for the.
That's a lot of stitching.
That was a lot of stitching, and you know I'm pleased actually with how the light color is showing up because I was worried as I was stitching it. The lightest color for the, I guess the bricks or whatever wouldn't show. Like in the dark when I was working on it in the evening, the two lighter blues looked so similar, but actually in the daylight it looks really obvious, the brick kind of pattern there. So
yeah.
Anyway, I do really like stitching on this. I like seeing it unfold. I think I really like the simplicity of just those three colors together.
Yeah.
So that one was kind of fun to pull out. I hadn't worked on it for quite a while. Let's see. I'm just going to drop this stuff on the ground. Pardon me. I worked on my Valley of the River Beck. Dimensions. Yes, Rosie, come show it again. She's been working. She wants to update us all on her progress.
Real-time updates.
A real-time
there
finish.
You go. All done.
All finished. Looks cute with the light purple, and there's the back.
Cute. Oh, very nice.
Light purple. I like that. That was creative looking. Pretty. Are you ready to stick it on your backpack?
Yeah.
Okay. Showing us. Now you need to find another project.
Real-time finishing. Real-time finishing.
Everybody's
and not only that, fully finished.
I know. She like went down and fully finished that thing. I don't think she had stitched the whole 2 weeks. And then today I was like, oh, I gotta quick do something. I have been working on Valley of the River Beck, Valley of River, it's the dimensions. And I did some of this blue and a lot of this dark red brick color.
So much stitching.
Now this is also a nice one to work on. I don't know, it's pretty calming or something. I haven't really made any mistakes on it. That's probably part of it. Because I'm marking it off with a pencil as I go. So it's kind of easy to just keep things straight. So my Whip Go piece, I should have brought my Whip Go pieces from last month. I have one of them because it's called again. But the other one I didn't grab to show the update, but that's okay. I haven't worked on it since I last showed it. So this is my new Whip Go piece for June, one of them. It's the Quare Badaquare. I don't know. It's not Christmas without a Christmas tree. And I am still working on this house because it's the biggest amount of stitching in the whole project.
I had no idea when I bought that for you. It's going to be that big.
Glutton for punishment. I'm just like,
move over to another area for a little break.
I could. I don't really mind it though. It's another one that's just kind of soothing to work on, just over and over. I am getting close though. So I have all the white done in this. I did all the rest of this white, white on the hearts except that one. They're just outlined. I'm trying to decide. The pattern calls for just outlining these and letting the fabric show through. Let me see if I can get it close enough.
Oh, the window, you mean?
Well, on the little hearts, let's see. Can you see on that heart? It's just outlined in white.
Yeah.
But it just says to leave the inside empty. Should I just leave it empty or should I fill them in with white all the way?
I'd leave empty for now and see how it looks as you get
This
going.
also, I think, it has a little heart hanging here that I'll do, a red heart, but the rest is also empty.
Leave it empty. You can always go back and fill it in when you get further along.
So I've been working on filling in this green like window shade.
Mhm.
Then I'm done with the bottom of the house at that point, once I do the little heart. Oh, I have to do in some green here. There's some like a garland along the bottom of the house there.
Oh, yeah.
So I think,
Oh, you still have that whole roof to do.
and then the whole roof, then I'll move on to the roof.
Oh, my word.
Which is kind of intense, actually. Looking at all those polka dot. But once I get that done,
Oh, it'll be smooth
once
sailing.
I get that done, all I have to do is this whole porch down here.
And the boy.
Oh no,
Right.
actually I did most of the porch. I think I just need to fill in
Yeah,
some
you
white on
got
the
the
porch.
boy to do.
And I have the boy and the Christmas, like on the wintry boughs and the little ornament motifs
Mhm.
hanging and the words. I think I will do the words. I might make up different words. I'm not sure. I have to think about it a little more. I might just do something like "Oh Christmas Tree" or
That's what I was just gonna say. How about this old Christmas tree?
yeah, I might just change it to something simpler like "Oh Christmas
Mhm.
Tree"
Yeah.
or yeah, something like that. Just because I want to. Okay. Oh, I do have my old. Okay, so this was my other May Whipco piece. I didn't show this. I mean, I have worked on it more since I showed it last. So this was my other May Whipco, was my Barbara Bergeau Richards Friends piece, which I'm changing all the colors up on. And I've been working, so remember I had made a mistake. I made this table not the right height.
Back in the beginning.
Yeah, way back, like the first thing I did, I made a mistake and then all my things, it shouldn't really matter, but I didn't want to accidentally make it worse. So what I ended up doing was going up here. No, which side am I on? Oh yeah, I know what I did. I went up here, you'll see, and I then went the border, this brown border across and started working up here. So then I'll just work back down and kind of make sure I count her based up here or something, you know, just, I didn't want to like screw up the borders and all that stuff. So you can see I did that sky.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a little better.
You've got a lot done.
I did all that sky and then the barn and the grass around.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see I have changed the red is quite a different red. I'm using 115, one of those DMC colors 115 that's the variegated red.
Yeah.
You can kind of see the variegation in it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I like how that red is coming out with the blue and the green. That was my progress on my May Whipco piece.
Okay.
And I might not work on that again for a long time because I'm not really enjoying it super much. Probably just because I made that mistake. Well, let's see. I made another mistake too, I think, on my, so this was supposed to be my last Mania focus, was my Snow Queen from Mirabilia.
That's supposed to be your Mania focus.
It was the last week of Mania focus for me, and I didn't focus on it very much because when I realized I made a mistake, I was sort of done. I've been working here. I'm pretty sure I miscounted this. So I had done this blue, and I think I added an extra set of like, I think I repeated a set of stitches here. I really need to just print, I need to copy this pattern off and mark it like I was doing with my dimensions, or figure out how to use Pattern Keeper with it or something, but I think I'd have to go back and buy I'd probably have to go back and buy the digital pattern or something. Anyway,
Yeah,
I think if I just copy it, I don't mind working from a hard copy. I think if I do that and just mark it off, then I'll feel better. But I really love the colors and how that's looking.
very pretty.
So I think I
Yeah.
have to rip all this out and
Yeah, I would not start trying to fudge on that one.
oh no, I won't be, no. But I just didn't really feel excited about frogging. So I didn't
know that pain. It's like
I
starting,
will go back to it. I just didn't have the heart for it this
like starting my Hawk Run Hollow all over. It's like I already stitched this guy. I already stitched these words.
I know.
I guess I could go over and start the second square and then go back, but that sounds
Okay.
like
You should just get it over with.
made to happen.
Just get it over with. Just do it and get it over. Okay, I'm trying to decide whether I should show. Okay, I'll show. I worked a lot on this one. My adorable Gathering Eggs.
Somebody in Magazine Monthly Challenge has chosen that piece for their
Oh, really?
June for summer.
Oh, man. So I got, this is the top of the blue, then there's a border up here. So I finished all the way up to the border
Killing me
on
small.
the blue and the green. I filled in some of the green, I think, that I had missed.
Mhm.
And then I decided, instead of doing a bunch of white, because I was just doing a ton of white on that Badaquare, I was like, I don't really want to do a lot of white because there's clouds that kind of pillow up here. So instead I went over here and I'm working on these flowers and filling in the green and the,
Is
just
the bottom half of her all done?
I just need to do her feet.
Is there no more grass?
Yep. Nope. Just her feet.
Oh yeah, look at
Have
that.
that all done down there. So the bottom and then the border, obviously. So this is
And
like
then the border.
here you can
Here's
see
the color border.
there's a better picture here. So here's
Yeah.
I didn't really want to do all this white this week. So I decided to hop over, and I kind of like the idea of working up and then filling in. I'll probably go up. I might do the border and some of this blue and then just fill the rest in white, because then I don't have to count as much for those. I don't know. It's coming out really nice though. It is
Coming out beautiful.
so fun to work on. So that's my Gathering Eggs. And the last thing I have to show is a new start. I did not start the planned. Nobody's gonna care. I didn't start the thing I had planned to start for my last Mania start because I had something more fun to start.
Oh, because you didn't want to work on those Hummels.
Oh, actually, I tried to figure out what was going on, and I realized I had set it aside because I made some kind of major mistake along like ages and ages ago. And so when I was trying to figure out where to start, I was like, I'm not even sure where I made the mistake. And I'd have to rip so much of it out that it's like, I'm not even excited enough about it to do that. So
You just need to get another piece of fabric and
probably. I could just rip it out and do it, but I just didn't. I was like, no, I'm not interested in doing that.
It's probably just Ada.
It is just Ada. I could just start it over. So I started this though. And where I got, this is the Alicia.
I think summer's getting ready to drop pretty quick.
Oh, fun.
You're behind, she keeps saying, so I think that means soon.
It's just a tiny little start, but I started it.
Oh, look at those pale colors.
Little pink tulips. Sorry, it's kind of backlit. There we go. Just a tiny start, but fun nonetheless. So that's what I worked on the last couple of weeks, a little bit at a time. That one took a little bit to kit up. Well, not kit up, but this mess. I think I did that on the way to Spokane when we were.
I might be going to buy some DMCs.
Sorting them wasn't that difficult because there's not as many. There's really not nearly as many as some of her other ones.
Looks overwhelming though.
That's what I worked on. Those are my whips.
Okay. Good job.
I have no haul, but maybe next week or the week after I'll have a little haul.
I don't think I have any haul either.
You said you just went to Threadneedle and got some threads then? That's all.
Spent a pretty penny on that. But she had like every color I needed. I bought them. I think there was a couple closer to like fall that I'm going to need for the fall squares of Joyful World. But I also needed some Weeks Dye Works for this new project for my Magazine Monthly Challenge project. And she had all but one of those. I think between the two sets of flosses that I needed, she was only out of 2 of them.
Yeah.
So, and the one that she's out of for my Magazine Monthly Challenge piece, I'm just going to use a DMC equivalent. It's just a 3011, 3011, kind of grayish. I don't need a variation for it. So yeah, I just wanted to show you my pretty planner page for June. Because I'm just staring at it. Isn't that pretty?
Oh, here's mine.
Oh, just wish my yard looked like that.
Look at this. So pretty.
Cute,
That was
cute.
last week. Oh,
Yeah.
but this week looks like similar. I've decided to start using this for my regular planner too. Just share it with my stitching.
Yeah.
It's pretty, but I don't want to just use it for stitching. I could actually organize my life with it.
Yeah, you do your whole life on it. I love violets and pansies. What's
think
next
I'll
on our
buy
list of
for it.
things? Our
So,
plans?
Yeah, haul plans, and then Giveaway.
Or announcing giveaways from last time. Okay, do you want to go through your plans first? You told me you didn't have any
I have
plans.
no plans. I'm just stitching what I feel like right now. I'll work on my whip go pieces. I have worked about 3 hours. Hang on, my brain is blanking. What is the whip go piece? Oh, one of the reasons I made so much progress on my Quarry, the one with the big red house, is because it's my whip go piece for this month. So I've worked about 3 hours on it, almost. I'm down to like 5 hours and 11 minutes left that I need to get done for the month. And my other whip go piece is I'm not going to even pull it out because I haven't worked on it. My Shores of Acorn Hollow, I got pulled again. So I had put that one on twice and it just happened to get called 2 months in a row, which I guess is good. I don't know. I didn't feel really excited about it because I just worked on it this last month, but
yeah,
it will be nice to get have a reason to keep moving forward with that one.
Right. My whip go pull was one that was also last month, I think, which was Sunflower Fairy. So
I'm
I got a
excited
lot.
for you to work on that some more. So
Oh yeah, it's just a lot. And then my other one, which I'm also incorporating into my magazine monthly challenge, is going to be my long dog sampler.
oh,
It's my
it's not the pandemic, it's your other one.
it's my hoity-toity.
Hoity-toity.
So hold on, I didn't have enough.
I think if I ever were to stitch that one, I think I would maybe use Jan Hicks conversions. It's so pretty. Yours,
Yeah, except for she's using, you could probably copy it. She's using those Victoria motto threads. And you know, when I started watching Flosstube and stitching back in 2018, everybody was raving about her threads. She's an indie thread dyer and everybody loved them. And she had like floss of the, I'm sorry, I just have these flyaways. She had floss of the month clubs and everybody, they loved them. But I started seeing some stuff on Facebook on a group that I'm on that a couple of people anyway, I haven't found the rest of the thread, had paid for their floss of the month and they haven't gotten anything since like October or November. And she's hadn't answered emails. So I don't know what's going on with that. The reason why I never jumped on the bandwagon with hers is that they're non-repeatable. So if you don't have enough and she doesn't keep carrying it, I don't know how that works. But Jan must
maybe
have
I would just look at the colors and do my own.
Yeah. Oh, they're beautiful. Yeah. And I always thought that that's what I would do, but then I saw Lisa Kindred Stitcher doing it just in the color for DMCs.
It is
and
so pretty. I would maybe consider either one.
So I'm doing mine is teeny tiny. Mine's teeny tiny hoity-toity. It's a 1/1, and I forget. I think I'm doing I forget what size count this is, like 25 count maybe. So I'm not very far. That's the upper left corner. Last time I worked on it, I got this done, which was really exciting. I thought I'm going to take a break from this border. This border is, if you're not familiar,
a lot.
This border is super intense. So I'm working right up here.
So gorgeous though.
So this is my whip go piece, and I'm also put it in my magazine monthly challenge because the theme is summer and the acrostic is rain. And for the eye, I put hoity-toity because there's 2 eyes, one in hoity and one in toity. I was really reaching there.
That works.
It worked for me. So anyway, that's going to get some love. And I remember when I first worked on it a couple months ago, I made that mistake and I had to frog all that black out. Because last time when I did that little basket, I kind of fell in love with it again. And it is tiny and I really like it. So those are my 2 whip goes. Then for my magazine monthly challenge, I'm starting, I picked a piece and Cheryl Tattersall said she's already done this one.
Aww.
It's so cute. I got it out of last year's summer magazine, which by the way, I heard dropped and is being sold. I ordered it off of Etsy, off of somebody's shop, paid way more for shipping than I should, but anyway, it's by Sub Rosa Designs. Her name is Esther Marjanovic. And it's this little needle book and it's called Tomato Time.
Oh, I saw you post a picture of this, I think.
Yeah. It's my focus piece.
Oh, that's
Isn't
really
that
cute.
cute?
You'll make it into the needle book.
I'm gonna try to make it into a needle kit. Yeah, so I did buy fabric for that. I bought just a pretty little linen. And I bought, when I was there the other day, like I said, I bought the flosses. The flosses are really pretty. They look almost fallish.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
That red.
I need to make a working copy because I don't want to rip it out of this magazine. So that's my focal piece. So that'll get some love this month. And my other piece is I showed last week that I wanted to do that little summer bees biscornu. That's my S for swim is summer bees. Tomato time is for W because it's the week's dye works threads. Hoity toity is for I. And my another new start that I've been wanting to start is the Barbara Anna Garden of Dreams. She did the Dreaming Girl, Dreaming Frida, and then the Dreaming Garden of Dreams, and it is so pretty. And I did it for M because it's a mystery SAL, but it also has mountains in it. So anyway, I put it in this cute little bag by Petals and Pins.
Quilting with Nico.
Nico.
That's her
It's
Etsy
in there.
shop.
So those are my challenge pieces, and I have my little paper all done up.
All
But I
right.
also spun my wheel for the first time in a month because I didn't do that at all during.
So organized today.
I was very organized. I
Thank
told you. I just needed to do it. So let me bend over one last time, hopefully. And I pulled out for various days. We're going to work on, which I did not start. It was supposed to be a Mania new start. Didn't happen.
That's
It's
right.
the Blue Flower Acorns.
Oh yeah.
But that's happening this Friday for Fall Friday. This one's making an appearance.
Mhm.
It's my girl, my egg gathering girl.
Oh,
As you
good.
can see, I'm just whipping right along and keeping up with Sarah.
Just plugging along.
Just, oh, she is a trial. I don't know. You keep telling me how relaxing this is for you, and I'm like, there's so many color changes in this, but
It's not like that. Once you get that part that you're doing done, it's really more blocks. Like all that I did was just a big, huge block.
This sleeve.
Yeah, the sleeve was really a lot, and her hair is a lot. Once you get through her hair, I think that her dress ends up being way more like blocks of color. There's still a few in there, but it's not as, you just kind of go down a long line.
Still yours. We started out on the same day. But I have to say, in my defense, I needed to, and by the way, we got these out of a magazine, but you can buy this pattern still as a Mirabilia in the Mirabilia little cardboard packaging. It's still for print.
Yeah.
But I was doing it, and Sarah is too, we got these old magazines, and I cannot work out of this magazine. So I did finally make a working copy, which did help because it was just too slippery. But
okay, I will say that there are a lot of color changes in these foxgloves, but they're so beautiful. Like
they are. And she's beautiful too. She really is. And I love her hair.
This has quite a few down here.
And I haven't worked on her.
Just one or two. This is all, you can see the blocks of color.
Yeah, it's bigger blocks.
I
haven't worked on her for a while.
This is really interesting to stitch because it was like not the colors I pictured it being. Like I looked at this and I thought, oh, red and yellow. This is a lot of orange, which I just didn't even really register as, because in my brain I thought, oh, that's just yellow.
Yeah.
Like her little dress is yellow and pink. No, it's like a lot of orange and dark red.
Yeah.
It was really fun to stitch because it was just like surprising the effect that the different colors had.
Right. And I am excited to work on her. It's been a while. And now that I got her face, I think for so long I didn't have her face and hair done, and I was just working on this. This made it come more alive to me to have her face on there. So that's making an appearance.
I felt like it got relaxing once I got her face and that sleeve done. And when I started to get down to her skirt is where I just felt like, oh, this is like just kind of nice. I still had to count and pay attention. It wasn't like just back and forth stitching or anything.
This was one of my either Monday or Wednesday winter Christmas. I think this is my Monday piece. Hearts and Pines. I still have not started this.
Oh yeah.
I started my stitch along piece. I ditched the one I was working on because the symbols were too hard, but
Yeah. I remember that
So I
one.
have everything kitted up here. So this is going to get started. It looks like such a cute little, and then you look at the stitching and there's a lot of stitching.
Yeah.
There's a lot of background that you can't see in this picture. Like, I think all of this is filled in with snow,
Oh, wow.
or part of it is. Yeah, it's a lot, but it's sweet. It's just very sweet. And I think it's a little boy, and I have 3 boys. I don't stitch much about boys.
Mhm.
So, little boy handing his mommy a branch. And then this one's making an appearance for the other winter one that we do, tag that we do. And it's my snow garden. And this is coming along. It's very
I love
different
that
looking. But I'm doing it 1/2
Mhm. That's so pretty, Mom.
because this fabric really shrunk up when I dyed it. But actually, oh wait, I have more. I actually had come down a little bit, but it's coming. I think I'm going to take a little break from the border, maybe. Let's see. I did do that snowflake,
Mhm.
but I might, I don't know. I might try work over and start working on the house just to give myself a break.
Mhm.
And again, that's like 3 colors of white and ecru.
Mhm.
And then I think the last piece I pulled, let's see, I showed Snow Garden. Oh, it must be in here still. Gathered in Love, the one I started after Mom died.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Another Barbara Richards Bergeau.
Which you're
There's a
really
lot
not
of-
that far from finishing. I know there's quite a bit of border and stuff, but
There's a little bit of this border, and she's got this whole spray of flowers that are, there's some fractional stitches. I got all this to do. But then
found.
it'll be pretty straightforward. The ground is just a block. But
Pretty.
and there's a lot of back stitching.
That's true.
Yeah. And I think the last one, I think I put it in here because it's in a project bag, was one that I did start for Mania. Very small start, but I put it in my rotation because I love it and I've had it for a long time. Was the Have You Any Wool?
Mhm. This one you haven't started yet. This is the one I was thinking, trying to
I did
remember
start
earlier
it.
when you were, oh, you did start it. Okay.
I started her
When we were
face.
talking about your Mania starts, I was like trying to remember what that one was called and what was even in it.
Yeah, I didn't start the other one by Brenda Gervais,
Mhm.
which was the Joy to the World, or Heaven and Nature Sing, the girl,
yeah.
the angel.
Yeah.
I didn't start that one. Is that the only one I didn't start? Well, I didn't start Acorns. Yeah, I tell you folks, Mania,
That's all right.
total bust.
That's,
Total bust.
you know,
Did pull out my Leisha Paulson Things of Summer because I think I might try to work on that a little bit too. So that's
yeah, I think
about
you
it.
can get that one finished up pretty quick if you wanted to.
Yeah, I just need to work on maybe a motif or part of a motif a night or every other day or something. That's my plans.
Okay. Well, we had 4 giveaways last time because it was our 50th episode and our 1-year anniversary, mainly because it was our anniversary.
Yeah.
But so we had, do you have them handy so you can show them?
I do.
So the first one I wrote down Autumn Keeper. Is that the name of it? My hair is like really crazy today.
Was that the kit
Mm,
with the birdhouses?
probably.
What else do you have written down?
A needle roll, another needle roll, and a Mirabilia. Why did I write down Autumn?
Oh, Autumn Keeper. Sorry, it's right here.
Oh, okay.
It's the Barbara Anna.
Oh, yeah. Is that, yes, Autumn Keeper. So the
Yeah.
winner for Autumn Keeper is Sue Allen. So congratulations, Sue. You win Autumn Keeper from Barbara Anna. Number 2 was the Shepherd's Bush Needle Roll,
Yes.
which I was hoping to find to show as a previous finish because I've done that one and I couldn't find
I've
it.
seen it on your dresser before, but
It was on my dresser and then I cleaned my dresser off and then I don't know where I set it. So the winner for the Shepherd's Bush Needle Roll is Sheila Uyoka. I forget. You told me how to say it, I think, in an email once and I should have looked it up first. But Sheila, congratulations.
you get
You
everything.
get the Shepherd's Bush Needle Roll. The winner of the Heart and Hand Needle
Winter
Roll.
Fobs.
What is it called again? Winter
Fobs.
Fobs. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So needle roll and then the little scissor fobs. the pattern for that. The winner for that is Cheryl Tattersall. So congratulations, Cheryl. You win
You guys.
the heart and hand needle roll. And the fourth one is the Mirabilia. You have that one handy?
I'm sorry to say that the picture came, they just glue it on top. It came off, but I'll stick it back on.
We can just stick it back on.
It's this amazing,
What's it called again? I didn't write. I
oh,
just wrote down-
Princess Eliana. Oh, you guys, she is just.
The winner for this is Sanctum Stitching, which I assume is fawn. So congratulations to you.
She started floss tubing around the same time we did.
Yes, I remember that. So congratulations to everybody who won stuff. You know, I think we might have everybody's address except for Sanctum Stitching. Sorry, my computer isn't like that.
I kind of want to keep this one.
Okay, I'll just buy it for you.
Because
Yeah.
I need this.
I
There's
know.
nothing to work on. So congratulations to all of our winners. I'm
Yes.
so excited to be able to ship these off, and I do promise to get them shipped off. Husband's back to work tomorrow, so maybe I can actually get them packaged up, the ones that I know we have.
You said there was a couple you still hadn't sent out too. So if you're still waiting on stuff, we'll get there. It's no big deal. I mean, well, maybe it's a big deal.
No,
I hope it's
it's
not
been
big
a while. Julie is the farthest one out. She won the ink circles, and it's been many weeks. So I have it in an envelope. I just needed to dig through Sarah forwards me the emails from you guys because I don't have the password to get into our joint account, and I
can't
just
remember what it is either.
she can't remember what it is, so she forwards them to me, and then they get buried in my email because I get so much junk email. I didn't do my email all last week, and when I got on this morning, there was 600, and there's maybe 15 that I really cared about.
Yeah.
And so her emails get wedged in me, so I just need to start printing them out when you send them to me, so then I have them.
Well, that would work. I can always just resend them if you need them. The last thing I was thinking that we needed to mention is that next Saturday is our Stitch and Stuff Zoom chat. So I've gotten several emails already. So if you haven't emailed me and you're interested in getting the Zoom link for our stitching chat time, it's next Saturday, June 12th at noon. I'm looking at my calendar. That's why I'm like making sure I have my details right because I wrote it down. So next Saturday, the 12th, June 12th at noon Pacific Standard Time, we're going to do our little meetup. So let me know. I'll try to send out an email. Always
it's daylight savings time. Does that matter? I think if you just Google it, it'll just come up.
Yeah, whatever Pacific time is compared to your time zone is what we currently are on. I don't even know how that works. Yes, daylight saving.
Someday we won't have to worry about it anymore.
Hopefully. So we're hoping that we have lots of fun there.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to what I'm looking forward to is I think this is going to be my new stitching room because my kids they would move in here. They would use this room. The problem is our computers are in here. So if Dad wants to work on his computer, they can't really be in here watching TV. So it's easier if I just come in and watch TV or whatever, listen to podcasts while he works or whatever. It's just easier. And it's not bad. It just means I have to kind of rethink how I do things and clean it up. I did kind of shove things in that closet before we started recording. So bad, you guys.
Well, I won't show you what I have all around me. It's not just stitching stuff. There's some pajamas over there from a kid and who took a shower this morning and didn't put them away. And there's my basket that I have for kids come and leave stuff here. So it's like our lost and found basket that needs to go out to other people's houses. Anyways, it's not just stitching around my feet. There's something else I felt like I was going to say. Oh, I think this week, in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to start a couple things because I have pretty much finished all my smaller.
Yeah, you've done a lot.
Smaller things. I just have a lot of big projects right now, but I kind of like having some small ones in between. So I need to look through my patterns and figure out what I've got. And
she, by the way, she does have Haul because she was at my house a couple weekends ago and she took Haul home.
Different. Oh, that's different than what you showed, than what you gave me. You mean like the stuff when we went through your patterns and I took some? Yeah, I should have grabbed those to show next time. Yeah. Next time I'll show those as like haul. Because I also have a blue sky pattern that I bought. Blue flower. I think it's a blue flower pattern. I don't know why I said blue sky. A blue flower pattern that is like a I don't know what you call them. It's round. You stitch it in a strip and then you sew it.
Oh, a band, drum, a drum.
Yeah, a little drum that's like an alpaca farm, I think, or something like that. So I was thinking about trying to see if I could start that because I've wanted to start that for a while. So anyways, we'll see. Maybe I'll have a couple new starts either next week or haul for those in the next couple weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, thanks for joining us.
So next Saturday is our,
Yeah.
yeah, before we even record again, we'll be zooming.
Yeah. So I'll try to get something out either, I usually say Wednesday, Thursday, but I'm not very good at this. So usually it's Friday, although we're done with school. We finished our school year a couple days ago on Friday. And so I have a little bit more time
Okay.
to keep up with stuff. So,
But if you haven't, if you don't hear from us for some reason,
Yes.
reach, just
yeah,
email.
just shoot another email. If you don't get a Zoom link by maybe Thursday, I'll shoot to have it by Thursday. Really
Yeah.
weekend, but so yeah, don't, and I won't be offended if you're just double checking or anything. So okay. Hope to see some of you there, and otherwise we'll see you next week.
Okay, bye-bye.
Happy stitching.